Hey guys, Adam on the Quiptone Door. Well, today I got a pretty cool video to show you guys. We're going to do some primitive water filtration. We just recently were talking about this on our Outdoor Loud podcast, and also I did a video response from one of my viewers who asked a question of this. This is going to be a quick demonstration. We kind of threw this together real quick. We're out on our survival weekend this week doing some training. So we're just going to go over this. This is just a water filtration system. And what we're trying to do is kind of filter water how nature does, through different media as water passes through, be it rocks and sand and grass. That kind of strips out some of the bacteria, some of the parasites that are in water. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that most of these filtration systems will not work on viruses. Viruses are just too small of an organism. But one good thing about viruses is there's not many viruses in water in the United States because remember, viruses are species specific. So a virus that a dog might be susceptible to, you as humans will not be. So that's one good thing to keep in consideration. But if there's somebody defecating or something upstream of your water supply, then you have to worry about that. So we're just going to go over this real quick, show you what you can do. There's three different layers. The first layer is just some rocks, and we would actually want to fill that up with a bit more rocks. We're doing pretty well. The second layer is some grass, and the third layer is some charcoal. Actually, we're using activated carbon, but you could use charcoal from your firewood or ashes or anything like that. Here's a prime example right here. You shred some of that stuff out, and that's going to capture a lot of stuff. Now, we're just using an old t-shirt type of design. You can see we got our can there. One thing is you're going to need two ways to transport the liquid, because you're not going to want to use the can to collect the water that you use to get the water from the stream. Let me show you the stream that we have here on the farm. So now let's talk a little bit about the stream and some of the inherent natures. I know that I'm on farmland right now, so the chances are that there's some pretty decent chemicals in this water, and that's something that we have to worry about for chemical runoff. Now, it hasn't rained here recently, but we did just have a huge melt of snow. Today is beautiful. It's about 60 degrees outside. So I can tell you right now, just looking at this, we know we have a pipe coming out of this, so that's going to be runoff from something, probably a downspout to a house. So that's something we got to be concerned of. We want to find where the water is flowing pretty well, that it's clear. There's vegetation growing around it. That's also a good indicator. You want to make sure that it's moving. Remember, stagnant water is very dangerous. Stagnant water is death. So I think we're going to get our source right about there. Upstream a little bit from this, but maybe this little makeshift dam and waterfall will help us out a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get some water here and throw it in our filter. Now guys, one thing to keep in consideration is that we're doing this for demonstration purposes. We're not going to actually drink this water today. And this is something that you want to do in case of an emergency, okay? You don't want to do this very often, because this isn't perfect, but if you're out in a situation and this is the only thing that you had to filter your water, this is going to be better than nothing. You're going to have more chances for removing parasites or microorganisms and whatnot. So we're just going to pour the water a little bit at a time. We're going to watch where it drips out, and we're going to make sure that the line that the water is dripping out is going through all of our different mediums the way we want it to our cup. We don't want it to run down this way and to skip all the different mediums. So, for example, right here, that's going to be the spot. I'm going to move this over here a little bit. And this is all before that we start collecting water. All right, so here we go. Now, usually I would fill this up with charcoal, but I'm going to do some different examples when everybody gets here, so I'll only use part of it. Let me show you what I got. Wife went to Walmart for me and got me some Aquatech. Now, this is a great thing to put in your pack. You know, throw a Ziploc baggie full. It's very light. It's very fine. And so I just want to slowly, I'm probably doing this a little bit too fast, but it serves the purposes that I want to show you guys. So there we have it. Let's see how we did. There we go, guys. Now, one thing I always carry with me too is a handkerchief that I actually use to get the water out of a stream even before I boil it. And this might be something that you even want to do because, like I said before, you know, chemicals or any kind of runoff, if it's bigger particles, this might help filtrate some of those stuff out. So this might be something you want to do before you even boil your water as well. It's just an extra step to be safe, especially if you're not familiar with the water source. Even with some of the natural springs and everything, you still got to be careful. I mean, the untreated water can be very dangerous, and each time that you drink it, you're kind of playing Russian roulette with yourself. So, not to say that you're going to get sick every time. If you're very healthy, have a strong immune system, you might fight off some of the bacteria or parasites and might not even notice it that well. So, this is another tool to put in your toolbox. Try something new. We just used some old T-shirts that I had that I chopped up for our filtration system, and as you can see, works out pretty well. The water's not going to be crystal clear. It's not going to improve the taste of the water. If you do have any really bitter taste or sour taste, you want to stop. You want to stop drinking that altogether. Now, there's a couple other things that we can do with water. You know, take a little bit of it, put it on our lips, see if you feel any burning sensation, anything like that. That's going to be a sign of heavy chemical concentration. Take a little bit in our mouth, wish it around a little bit, and just do this very slowly to test out the water. If that's our only option. But this is just another cool trick. Hope you guys give it a try out there. Let me know how it goes. Well, this is Adam from Equip to Endure. If you guys have any questions or comments, please email me at adam@equiptoendure.com. Don't forget to check out the website at www.equiptoendure.com. And we're also on Twitter if you guys want to keep up with us there. You guys take care. Stay safe out there. Remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared. Thanks.